GoodGuysFree.
What kind of perverted individual gets satisfaction from harassing other players and destroying their game? If you know, feel free to comment, but it's still just plain wrong. And if it were possible, such individuals need to be taught a lesson. GoodGuysFree here, with my second video of Light No Sky Season 2. Did this happen again? My application was accepted to join the Empire in Season 2 of Light No Sky, where we tried to play No Man's Sky as if it is Light No Fire. In the previous season, the Empire came out victorious, which I thought would attract more players to join us. However, it seems this was not the case. In this season, we are only 8 players and the other factions are larger. What about my neutron cannon? Stick with me to find out. So I got the email from Professor Cynical with the glyphs, and as promised, I won't share them to avoid letting any trolls and griefers into the system. One of the rules of the game is that we enable PvP with anyone and set our difficulty level to survival whenever we leave the area of our bases and go exploring. On July 5th, the PvP part of the season will begin, and this time I want to participate and I need to be ready. No excuses, I hope. In Season 1, we had a couple of nasty players who came into the system and started shooting anyone they can. In this season, we had a Google Forms application process and only vetted players were accepted and received the glyphs. You think it helped? Turns out a player actually applied, and with no reason to suspect them, they were accepted and got the glyphs. And what did this player do? Well, all the faction leaders sent out messages on Discord to warn us about this player. I even had Captain Steve join me in-game with voice chat to warn me and to offer me an egg for a flying mount. Thanks, Captain Steve. This griefer player simply abused the process to come to the planet and start killing other players. So, despite my understanding that the glyphs have been compromised, I will not be the one who helps other griefers find the planet. Nuh-uh, not me. I am a good guy. This is my reputation and I will keep it. Personal matters took longer than expected. I had to delay my actual arrival to the planet, but now it's time. Alright, let's go join the faction. Time to place down a base computer and switch back to normal mode. At this point, I still didn't notice I was carrying forbidden tech on my multi-tool. Arriving at the planet, I started looking for bases, scanning fauna, mostly for units, since I knew everything must have already been named. Then I noticed the Radiant Pillar, and to my surprise I forgot I switched ship to the Starborn Runner, and thought this one is mine, but it isn't. Yep, I heard NMS was buggy, and when I found my Starborn Runner ship, you can see that for some reason it is lying flat on the ground instead of floating on a cushion of lightnings as it should. It still wobbles, but not at the correct height. Others have reported other bugs, some funny, some annoying, of course. Lifting up into the air, I started looking for bases. This is the only flight we're allowed to do. Fly to the faction HQ location, find a place for a base. Once I land, no more flying in the ship, and there, immediately, I found the Crayola Kingdom HQ base. It is supposed to be about 1 hour on foot from the portal, which apparently equates to some 15 KS, whatever that means. And it is Professor Cynical's territory, not the Empire. And I have already once made the mistake of placing my first base in the middle of Crayola Kingdom. Not doing it again. Thank you. Turning to the right, I keep scanning until I find another player, and right there is the 07 Brew Crew HQ location. This is the location of Captain Steve's faction. Again, not the Empire. Need to keep looking. It should be here somewhere, but where is it? After some time of running around, I couldn't find it. This could mean that the bases of the Empire simply aren't rendering in for me. Well, I guess I need to sit down and watch Ricey's latest video, see if he mentioned where he placed the HQ, or I can just flying around hoping for a miracle. Yeah, let's do that too. At some point I flew to the station and used the teleporter there to see if I can find any bases with EMP in their names, but they all said downloading data and I couldn't warp to them. So I watched Ricey's video. I did. You know what he said? He said he went east from the portal. You know what he also said? That neutron cannons are not allowed. Bah! Me and my haste, I pinged Ricey on Discord and waited. Not immediately, but Ricey is a good leader, listens to the team. I explained the issue and said that of course I will dismantle the neutron cannon and the A-class module I have. I asked permission to install the pulse spitter and a matching A-class module. Ricey agreed, and I went about doing this. Of course I can't fly out to the station and buy any A-class module I want. I will have to live with what I could craft. So I dismantled the neutron cannon and installed the pulse spitter and the A-class pulse spitter ricochet module. Finally, I am no longer in breach of the rules and I can start building my base, right? Well, yeah, I just don't know where yet. Gotta wait until Ricey comes online and then his base will render in for me. And in the meantime...
It's an awesome channel. Hit subscribe, it's free. And I am a good guy. Does what it says on the tin.